Hello, 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 one and all. I am back. And you know what? Today we are going to do something we're not going to cook. We're actually going to cook and arts and crafts all in one. I don't know how to make this thing. Oh, never mind, it disappeared. Period. Okay, so we're going to not really cook. We going to put together. Let me just show y'all what I got cuz sitting here trying to describe it is just doing too much. We got an Oreo cookie house kit. Period. So I saw this thing. Well, really, I didn't just see it. Scott saw it. Well, I saw it and asked Scott if he wanted to do it, and that means I wanted to do it. So we're opening up this thing. That's how much I paid. Where did we get this from? Was it Hobby Lobby? I think it was Hobby Lobby. But you can probably yeah, you see it everywhere. Jeff Bezos got it. Walmart got it. Target. I mean, this podcast goes everywhere, I think. So Google it. Just Google Oreo cookie easy build kit. So I opened it up now, and this is how it comes. Look, y'all looking at it the same way I am. So we got some icing. It looks like some heavy royal icing. You want to feel it, Scott? Scott's over here. He wants to be heard. We got the cookies, the little house thingy, and it got instructions on the back. So we got instructions on the back. We got some Oreo cookies. We got some blue icing. Oh, I guess you get to color it in. How cute. We got gumballs. We got some green gummy trees and some sprinkles. So we got that going. I feel like there was more. Oh, and then I guess I forgot the base. And this is the base. So this is our little base. This is how we're gonna make this thing work. So we're gonna make us a little Christmas tree, and we're today gonna talk about, and again, I realize gotta finish Mommy Dearest. We're gonna do that one day. Dun dun dun. Scott's gonna keep me on task about that, aren't you, Scott?
Sure will.
Because Scott's the grown-up here. Okay, so we're gonna totally follow these directions, because if I don't, I'm gonna mess it up. So we're gonna follow these directions. So first, let me, oh my gosh, let me not break these cookies and let me open this thing, Bob. Okay, so, oh my gosh, I thought I broke them, but I didn't break them, which is, oh my gosh, I was so scared. I got so scared. I need to learn to control my emotions. That wasn't a controlled emotion. That was fear. And fear is optional, as they say. Okay, so look at how cute. Okay, I thought these broke off the house. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad it didn't happen. So that's the tree, the little gingerbread man. How cute. This is so cute. The little house. Oh, it's a little stuck together, is it? Oh, this might end up broke. Oh, okay. It did. Oh my gosh, we're still doing okay. We got the little house panels. Let me lay this down gently. Oh Lord. Okay. Oh, these are like graham crackers. The little. Oh, honey. Oh, these are the size of the house with the windows. These windows are not very defined, but that's fine. We'll just put some frosting in there. Oh, and the roof. The roof. It's on fire. Look at the nails. So go back in there. We are going to put this together, and we're going to talk about one of my fave artists, honey, a diva, a once in a lifetime talent. Okay, a beautiful, beautiful woman, a mother, just something, just amazing, honey. Miss Whitney Houston, honey. Miss Whitney Houston. Because today I didn't stumble right on into some old, what did you say it was called, Scott?
What, throwback review?
We got a throwback review as per Scott today. We got a throwback review. And it is Being Bobby Brown. Because at a point, Scott made me look it up. I didn't want to, but he made me look it up. At a point in 2005, Whitney Houston and Bobby Brown, and they probably recorded it before then. I don't know the deets on that. So this is where, when I tell y'all to look it up, go ahead and look it up. A&E or Bravo went to Whitney and Bobby and said, hey, y'all want to do a reality TV show? And they said yes. And boy, oh boy, was it some reality TV. This was like the realest reality TV I've ever seen. Like, I don't think they had to script what these two were doing. It was some real life stuff. So if anybody got YouTube, just go on over to YouTube and you watch you some Being Bobby Brown. I promise, if you never seen it, you'll want to go see it. It will put a whole new spin on Whitney. But let me tell you, my love for Whitney is so deep that I didn't judge her because I kind of knew her life. Like, if you read her, like, I guess kind of in between the lines with Whitney, and you know, look at her childhood, or, you know, kind of, you got to listen to the gossip a little bit. There got to be some truth in it. And you look at like the things that she said in interviews. If you listen to her mom, her brother, Robin, her friend, alleged lover, if you listen to all these people, Bobby Brown, even, you know, Whitney, her life, she was sad. She made me sad. I think she played into the persona, and she never took the persona off, and it made her sad. Like, her life makes me sad. Whitney's story makes me sad. So I'm not judging her. I just think this was, the mask was off. We saw the real Whitney, Nippy, Elizabeth Houston, you know, as who she is, authentically, to a degree, even, I think so with that too. So we're going to review Being Bobby Brown. You guys totally should go and watch it. It is a authentic Whitney thing. I know her mother, you know, RIP, didn't approve of it and stuff like that. But honey, you are who you are. You is who you is. Let me go get some scissors because I need to cut the tips off of some of this stuff. And we're going to get started on this decoration and the first episode of Being Bobby Brown. Now, we're going to just start off by asking Scott. This was Scott's first time watching the first episode. So we watched the first episode of the only season there was, because, again, Whitney Mama was not here for a second season, even though Bravo wanted a second season. Again, please go watch the show. It is something else, honey. Check what I'm saying, but then also go look into Whitney and just go see who she was as a person. Don't judge her. This is one facet of a multifaceted human being. So anyway, this was Scott's first time watching this. Let's ask Scott. Scott, what did you think of your first episode of Being Bobby Brown? And what I'm going to do is, I don't even know what I'm doing. Scott, go on and tell him.
Yeah, it was interesting. It was kind of baffling a little bit how Whitney Houston, a superstar, is caught up in this. But I guess that's see how the season unfolds.
Okay, Scott thought it was great. Yeah. He's giving it rave reviews. So, I mean, how else could you define this? So how this starts off is, Okay. They want me to put some frosting on the front and back panels lightly though. If y'all are doing this, don't do this with me. Just do it solo because I'm more than likely like 9 times out of 10 I'm gonna mess this up, honey. This is gonna turn into a disaster that I'm gonna tell you I'm gonna take a picture of, and you probably not gonna get that picture. Like we've already started off bad because I ain't cut this tip off enough. We're starting things off interestingly, just like being Bobby Brown. Okay, let's bring that back. So we start this reality TV show off with Bobby Brown getting out of jail. I'm going to say jail because I don't think it was prison. He's getting out of jail for what did he do, Scott? I'm not going to say it.
Beating up Whitney.
I said it was a reality TV show, and boy, oh boy, it is indeed very reality. So him and child, you can just look it up. It's still online, honey. Stuff live online forever. Look it up. And let me tell you something crazy, y'all. Y'all ready for something crazy? This reality TV circuit is crazy. It's a small reality TV world because his attorney helping him with Whitney is Phaedra Parks from The Real Housewives. Like it says Phaedra Parks, she's standing there. But okay, I'm getting ahead of myself. Because I have watched this reality TV show many times, and I just wanted to refresh myself. And you know what? What's old to me is new to you. So there you have it. I am making a mess over here. I'm going to run out of frosting. Don't tell me it's good because look at the frosting everywhere. It's everywhere. So anyway, so he's getting out of jail and the crime is allegedly he hit his wife. That would be Miss Whitney, Miss Houston. And he was in jail for 30 days and now he's out. And the first thing he does is go to Boston, I want to say, where he's from, to go visit his children. But he also, and I don't know I can't remember if it was a news report or if it was him saying it, but it doesn't matter. You can look this up too. He also had been to jail for non-payment of child support, but he was going up there to see his kids. So boom, period. That kind of quashes that. So he's on his way to see his children, and he goes to see Bobby Brown Jr., R.I.P. to him, and his daughter, LaPrincia. And he's hanging there. He's being a dad. He's teasing LaPrincia. She's a teenage girl. Teasing her, talking about she better not talk to boys. Just being a typical dad, embarrassing his kids, and, spending some time with him after he got out of jail. So he's getting on a plane because, girl, he got to hurry up and get to Whitney, honey. Okay, he's been locked up for a month. He ain't seen his woman. And he's trying to get to Atlanta because that's where they were living at the time, to see his woman. So that's what he's doing. So he's calling Whitney and he like, hey, girl, you gonna come pick me up? And this is where I was like, something in the milk ain't clean here. Some in the milk ain't clean. Because, sir, why are you acting like you ain't a full-on grown adult male? I think if I'm not messing this up, okay, I'm just putting, child, I'm over here doing rocket science. This is not going to go well. But we're still going to do this because we are healing our inner childhood wounds by making adult childhood wounds. Anyway, so this is what we got going on here. And I'm going to have to put some more frosting on there because I feel like it's just not going to stay. Okay, so this man is calling Whitney Houston Like he's 2 years old talking about, can you come pick me up from the airport? Why are you shaking your head?
Because
Scott over here shaking his head. I don't know if it's because I'm making a mess with this or Bobby Brown is making a mess of him.
Yeah, Bobby Brown. He just got out of jail for beating up Whitney, and he's calling her to pick him up, come see her. So that's crazy. And then, like, Whitney's, the biggest superstars, diva. Does she even drive a car? Like, does she have someone to drive her everywhere? Why she gonna come pick him up?
No, Whitney be driving all over the place. And let me tell you, Scott hates the way I drive. He gonna really feel nauseous watching Whitney drive. Whitney be whipping that Porsche. How did she be whipping that Porsche? I'm like, yes, Whitney girl, get it, girl, yes. Scott just don't know how to drive, honey. I do. Oh no, my thing broke. So anyway, this icing is not good, y'all. Do get it. It's fun. And maybe you can figure out how to make the icing stay. I feel like I'm on a baking competition and I need the little freeze ice stuff. I feel like I'm on a baking competition and I'm going to lose. I got like 5 minutes until I got to plate this for the judges. I don't. So he calling Whitney like, hey girl, you going to come pick me up? You going to pick me up? Pick me up. And so Whitney like, yeah, because Whitney, let me tell you something. Back in the day, we don't do this no more. I guess I did it a little bit, kind of. I didn't do it as well as Whitney. But back in the day, there was this phrase called ride or die chick. And boy, oh boy, Whitney is giving all of it, honey. She is a ride or die chick. Because ain't no way you didn't beat me up. I want to say she was the one who called the police, but then she, how some of us are at times. She, got him back and dropped the charges, but the state was like, no, we still gonna put these charges on him though. Like, now you don't get to just act like he ain't beat you up. So the state was like, we pressing charges. And Whitney's just like, oh, so anyway, ain't no way this man gonna beat me up and then I'm over here picking him up from the airport after he get out for beating me up. Like, girl, I don't know. If you can handle it, you can handle it. Everybody can't. But Whitney is a true, what we would call back in the day, ride or die chick. It couldn't be me though. I'm not picking you up from the airport. So anyway, but it doesn't matter. Something ended up happening because his brother, like, they ended up at a hotel some way. I don't even know. Like, Scott, do you know? They just ended up at a hotel.
Decided that's what they're doing.
They were at the Hyatt something, Regency, I think. So they ended up at a hotel, and his brother Tommy is there. I like Tommy. I don't know why, I just like Tommy. I thought he was a real chill dude. Like, he kind of balanced Bobby Brown out a little bit. He kind of like how Scott and I are. I'm kind of crazy and wild, and I'm what they call back in the day about it. And Scott's kind of calm, cool, collected, so he kind of keeps me calm, cool, collected. But I also drag him in the other direction and make him kind of, give him a little flavor. So anyway, so Tommy kind of keeps Bobby from his worst inclinations, I guess we'll say. And Scott doesn't know that yet, but I do. So I like Tommy. So Tommy's up there with him, and Bobby Brown is being Bobby Brown and being all extra and being like, oh my God, where Whitney? I'm looking out the window. Where she at? Like, oh my God, how long you gonna be, girl? And so Whitney ends up pulling up. Bobby goes downstairs. I don't know why. I don't even know why he was downstairs. But he went downstairs out of the hotel room waiting for Whitney. And Whitney then went in through the side celebrity door. And he like, and Bobby's like, how she do that, sir? I did not say I was not gonna drag Bobby Brown, so I'm just gonna give it to him because it's as clear as day if you watch this show. Sir, don't nobody know you for real. Everybody know Whitney. Like, Scott, did you get that from this show?
Oh yeah.
And this is only the first episode, honey. It just happens over and over and over.
I started the show with him talking with him.
Oh yeah, that is how he's saying. He's talking to some white dudes, and they like, oh yeah, we love Bobby Brown. And here he is, Bobby Brown, honey. Here he is, Bobby, a full-on Bobby Brown. And they're like, yeah, we love that guy. I know him. Now, sir, if you truly knew him, you would have been like, ain't you Bobby Brown? Because if I saw Bobby Brown, I'd be like, honey, there go Bobby Brown. There go Bobby Brown. I would be like, Scott, there go Bobby Brown. There's Bobby Brown right there. I wouldn't be sitting there talking about, I know Bobby Brown. Girl, no, you don't. You must be talking about Bobby Brown makeup. The makeup line. Okay. Because that, you don't. So anyway. Sir, you didn't know about that door because you don't get to use that door because don't nobody know you like that. If Whitney ain't with you, you don't get to use that door, sir. Okay? That's why you didn't know how your wife did it. That's the long and short of it. What say you, Scott?
Yeah, basically.
Okay. So, oh my Lord. This roof thing is going to be a problem. But let me show y'all my progress. Boom. This is what we're doing. This is what we're doing. I don't know if I'm doing it right. I don't know if I'm doing it wrong, but I'm doing it. And doing it well. Okay, period. So anyway. Girl, this roof is going to be a problem. This is like Jenga. Oh, I'm at that part where you like, oh girl, if I pull any of this, it's going to fall. I feel like that is the feeling in my stomach. Oh.
You better put the icing on the...
Scott, you just stop. You just let this happen. Watch it be right. But anyway, so so Whitney upstairs. Whitney is excited to see him. She done brought the little dog. I forget what the dog name is. I'll have it for y'all next time. She got the little cute dog. They got the cutest little dog. He is so cute. He go everywhere with them. The little dog is so cute. Anyway. So they got the little dog and oh my gosh, this is like Jenga. It's just like Jenga. Oh my gosh, Scott was right. Oh my God.
Yeah, because it's not exactly.
The roof doesn't fit exactly.
Yeah, it's supposed to have an overhang, like a real roof.
I be building roofs. So, Scott was right, y'all. And this is why we won't have enough frosting. So, anyway.
Other way.
Told you, Scott is my guardrail. I'm the adventure. He's the guardrails. So I'm so scared to touch this because this thing is like ready to fall apart at every moment. So Whitney is upstairs with the cutest little dog ever. He greets the dog. He greets Whitney. They kissing. They in love again, girl.
The other side,
huh?
Because I would do the other side now too, instead of having like one side on and then having the ice it. But
oh, I see what you're saying, Scott. You're interrupting my story.
Sorry.
How do people supposed to know about Whitney and Bobby?
I don't know, but they don't want to see your house get destroyed either.
They may like that. People like a little bit of drama. I think you guys would like a little drama, right? See, this not work. I mean, you can still eat it, even if it's not perfect. You can still eat it. Scott, that's the thing. I'm like a complete like free spirit, and Scott's like a type A. I'm the creative. He's the rules. So anyway. So, you know, they're kissing, they're lovey-dovey, they're in a good place, everybody's having a good time. Scott is like losing his stuff. Why you be doing this? Yes, Scott, what?
Sliding.
Oh, some monstrosity. See, this is the Jenga part. I guess I gotta hold it. Okay, so I'll just hold it and tell y'all what's going on here. What, Scott? What you gonna say? Okay, so anyway, so they're lovey-dovey, they're in a good place. And I'm doing so good right now, even though Scott's over here watching it like a hawk. What, Scott? So anyway, so they're lovey-dovey. So they go in the house, they're about to go into the bedroom, which is like really weird. Cause it's like, you know how like you'll have like a one-room suite type situation going on. I'm about to just hand this over to Scott because he can't handle this. He can't handle like me just not caring about it all the way. He's like one of those I gotta finish it all the way type people. I take weeks. So anyway. So they're about to go to the bedroom, which is weird because it's like one of those one room suites with like a living room. So everybody can hear what y'all doing. We know what y'all doing. But can we like pretend or can we have like, you know how you got the conjoined doors or something? Like, can we just get a whole separate room from y'all? Like, what did you think about that, Scott? Did you even notice that?
No.
That part irked me. Because it was like, remember they were going in a room and everybody was like out there in the main area. And I was like, especially, and this is where it's going to get a little weird. The kids were there too. Because Bobby, Christina, like Whitney was like, they was about to go in a room. And Whitney, remember, oh, girl, you got to say something to your daughter. And so she was like, you seen Bobby? Bobby Christina or Chrissy, that's what she called her, Chrissy. And he was like, nah, she here. She was like, yeah, she rode with me. And so they had to go say, you know, she had to say hi. She ain't seen her daddy in a month. So, you know, and then they went in the room and Bobby Christina was like banging on the door. And it was just like, let's get a conjoined room. Like they got money, like do something else. Or like get a separate room from all of that. Because everybody know what y'all going in there to do. I find that awkward. I don't know. Scott, what say you? I think it's awkward.
Yeah, sure.
Your whole family and the children, little Bobby Jr. Well, no, Bobby Jr. wasn't in there that time. But like it was other kids up in there, like. Okay. Oh. So anyway. Shout out to Cardi B. So anyway, so they do it, whatever. So the next day comes and Bobby is, or no, maybe it was the night. No, it was the night. The nighttime comes. And I guess everybody got to hear what they were doing in the bedroom for hours, probably. And so Bobby, or maybe it was the next day, because Bobby goes down to the little gift shop that they have in the hotel. And Bobby is like, yeah, I need some preparation H. He was like, it's not for hemorrhoids. It's not for hemorrhoids. It's not for my booty. He's like, it's for under my eye. Now, this is before the girls start really getting into the concealer and stuff. So just let the man live, honey. Yes, he could have put some concealer under there, but it's Bobby Brown. Well, no, he was on stage, so I'm sure they put a little makeup on him. Oh, I got to start decorating. Okay, now the house is built. Look at the house that Jack built. Yeah. It's the house that Jack built. Yeah. Okay, so now we got to start. On here it's telling us to get all this together. Girl, barely got there, honey. Now we can decorate. See it? Boom. I don't know where these. Oh, I guess they just. I don't know where the slots are for these little doohickeys. I guess you just put them wherever you want. Yeah, you put them wherever. I'm just gonna lean them up against the house. Period. So anyway, You know what? I'm gonna leave the decorating for Scott because he looks a little anxious watching me put this together. He almost like blew a gasket. And we'll take pictures. He'll remember. We'll take pictures and post it like I'm supposed to do all the other stuff. So anyway, so he's like, I don't need the preparation H for my butt. I need it for under my eyes because I was up all night having sex with my wife. And he literally just says this to the cashier. He was like, you know how we do. And so he puts it all under his eyes, which I heard it does depuff them. I don't know what side effects there are, but hey, Bobby know what he doing. So Bobby put that preparation H under there, honey. And Whitney comes in, and this is like my fave part. The fave part happens. They are like, honey, they are a vibe. Bobby and Whitney, when they are having a good time, are a vibe, honey. Because they are over there, like, he like, can you buy me some sunglasses? Because again, Bobby act like a little kid. So he act like Whitney child. So she like, okay, wait, but before I buy you them glasses, can you tell me if these look good? And they dancing together, they insane. She's like, they work for me. They work for me. They work for me. They work. I love that part. I love that part. They are a vibe, honey. When they are good together, they are good together. That's my opinion. So Whitney's hungry. They go out to eat. Bobby has this thing where Whitney said, I'm off the clock. Whitney is not standing around signing autographs because then Whitney would never eat. She would never go to bed. Like, Whitney would not stop, honey. So Whitney's like, look, I'm trying to go eat. I'm not trying to deal with these people. Whitney does it for little kids, but adults, she's just like, no, I'm eating. I'm trying to live my life. I'm trying to spend some time with my man, whatever she's trying to do. But Bobby got this thing where he don't. I don't even know how to describe it. Like, he's on her coattails or something. Like, the fans take him in sloppy seconds almost. What say you, Scott?
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it.
It's like, they like, well, can we take a picture with you? He like, yeah, come on. Because he doesn't get any attention. It's a weird, like, they have such a weird relationship because you could tell he wants to be the alpha or whatever. I don't know what to call it. He wants to be like the leader, but it just is not in the cards for him. Like, he needed a different woman. She wasn't the right woman for him. She had too much celebrity. She had more celebrity than him, and his ego couldn't handle it. What say you? And he was taking attention where he can, and I think he was like pretending like they knew who he was, but sir, no. Wait till we get to the second episode, honey, because I got a lot to say about what happened. So anyway, so he's out there with the people, and Whitney like, come on, I'm hungry. And he's like, Whitney don't never want to hang with the fans. I do though. And Whitney like, honey, the fans don't never leave me the hell alone, so I don't care. Jimmy crack corn, baby, and I don't care. I'm hungry. I said I'm hungry. So they go, they eat, Bobby out there playing with the fans, whatever. I don't even know how it happened, but some kind of way they ended up in the Bahamas. Like, the transition was just kind of odd. Like, Scott, what say you? It just like jumped to like, we going to the Bahamas, y'all. Okay. Again, this was like some real random reality TV. And it was really good. Like, it got really high ratings. So they go to the Bahamas, and really, I mean, what really happened in the Bahamas? Bobby was trying to get some attention that was really Whitney's again.
Kind of the same thing.
Well, they get to the Bahamas, and everybody's kind of hanging out in the room. And no, first they decide they want to go to the pool. They go to the pool. They're having a good time. The hotel understands that she's a celebrity. Not they are. She's a celebrity. And so, and so they give her a private area. They're hanging out in the private area. Bobby is still out there going and getting some fan attention, honey. His ego just needs whatever he can get, honey. He willing to take whatever he can get. So then Whitney's like, I want to go get a hot dog. Whitney likes to eat, baby. She's like me. She's a girl that likes to eat, honey. So Whitney's like, let's go get a hot dog. So they go to get a hot dog, and these people are just like chasing her everywhere she go. And she's like literally stuffing a hot dog in her mouth, and these people are just bothering her. And she's like, get on away. But here go Bobby. Whitney got into it for singing. I got into it for the people. Like, sir, we can tell. So he like it was just a mess. Whitney couldn't get no peace. Especially with Bobby there, because he just kept entertaining and feeding into him. And they're thinking, oh, through him we can get to her. And girl, it was a mess. Poor Whitney. So eventually they go downstairs, they go upstairs, they go downstairs, they go on a date. Bobby is jealous because some dude looking at Whitney, which, I mean, sir, it's Whitney fucking Houston. She's a beautiful woman and she's a goddamn celebrity. Why wouldn't he be looking at her? Why are you just like, it just made no sense. I couldn't understand. I couldn't get into Bobby's headspace. I need to stop dragging him, but he needs to be dragged because he was just doing too much. He was not understanding the assignment. That's what it was. Bobby wasn't understanding the assignment. If you're going to be with a woman that got more fame and money than you're going to have to play your role. Ask ASAP Rocky, who over there with Rihanna. She's a billionaire. He got a couple of million, but he played his role. Bobby was not with the right woman, and Whitney wasn't with the right man in this one. So anyway, so they fussing and whatever, and then couples are still coming to Whitney, and Whitney's like, can we take this upstairs? They go upstairs. The next day, Whitney wasn't feeling too good. Now, this is the part I really wanted. This is what I was holding y'all hostage for. Whitney wasn't feeling too good, but, you know, she's sitting down there eating breakfast. And Bobby makes a comment and says the back of one of their kids' head looked like her father's head. And Whitney busts out in tears. And if anybody watches it, I don't want anybody to be like, oh my God, she's crazy. She's not. And I'm going to say this because I'm a big fan of Whitney. And I love looking at stars, not just like the talent they bring, but I like to understand who they are behind the scenes because they are humans. They are people. They are just people with certain talents that we don't have, but they are yet human. So I like to understand them from a human angle too. And her human angle, why I think she was so hurt and like she busted in tears, and I think it was really genuine, is because right before her father passed away, he passed away like 2003 or somewhere in there. But right before he passed away, it wasn't too far after she shot this or before she shot this. Right before he passed away, her father, he started going, I think, mental decline. He was having some mental decline. And he let the wrong people get around him. And this man tried to sue her for $100 million. Whoever got into his head had him sue his daughter, who she loved her father, for $100 million, which broke her heart. And she stopped talking to him. And she only talked to him like right before he passed away when he was on his deathbed. And she just basically said, I forgive you. You are my father always. I don't care what you did. You are always my father. I love you and I'm here for you. You know, she had to forgive him. But I think with her, she probably missed that time. And as a woman who lost her daddy, I get it. So have grace as you're watching Miss Whitney go through this process and understand that I think this was her outlet to be herself, you know, and she let it all hang out. She said, "Oh, we doing reality? Then you could get the real me." And she let it all hang out for what it was, and it is some real TV. But think about it as a person, as a human. Just look at it from a human aspect, because yes, this woman had immense talent, but she also had immense pain on the other side. And she had Bobby Brown getting on her damn nerves too. So don't forget that. So anyway, I won't hold y'all. Let me show y'all the design though. Now we're gonna have to take pictures when Scott does the decoration. But I at least got it up. And let me show you. I'm gonna turn this. But we gotta do a slow turn, honey. This is a slow turn. Look, this is how I'm gonna put the little, thing. Cause girl, what we not gonna be doing is what they got here. Like, how are they just standing up here without this thing? So okay, we gonna do it. So we'll take pictures and we'll see you guys later. Watch some B and Bobby Brown. It is, honey, it is some real TV. Ain't no script. You know how like nowadays the reality TV be scripted and you can tell it's kind of fake. Except for some of them I think is real, like Life Out the Lockup. Some of the people I think and we'll review that too. But this was I think they pulled the veil up. They said, oh, okay. Erykah Badu got this song called Annie and Don't Wear No Panties. Whitney didn't wear the honey. Whitney wasn't honey. She let it all hang out, honey. Her and Bobby. It was crazy. So go ahead, watch that. If you all like, oh, things are so boring now, honey. Sometimes look back at some of that old stuff. It's old to us, but it's new to you. So with that, I will see you guys later. Have a good one. Bye.